Shalom, balance, paradise, righteousness, all back up in the lab, continuing this Texas series. And as you can see, another special guest with me. And to start off this year, the third part of this year series, I have with me none other than the Ryno father, artist, uh, and so much more we're going to try and get into this year, mate. What it do, sibling? Welcome to the broadcast.
Yes, what it do is the Ryno here, man. H-Town to your building. You know what I'm saying? Just out here hanging out in the south of
So,
the world.
you heard me,
Texas.
definite,
Yes,
mate.
sir. Yes, sir.
So honors, mate, honors, sibling. Thanks very much for jumping on this year broadcast. Many are called, but only few are chosen.
Yes,
So
sir.
based upon the good news you've let me into, I ain't gonna keep you too much, mate. So we're definitely gonna do a part two on
Nah,
this
it's
year.
fine. It's
Yeah,
all
no.
good.
So let's jump into this build, sibling. Let's just jump back. Let's jump into DeLorean and let's go back in time, mate. Let's
Okay.
rewind time. Um,
Yes, sir.
born and raised, man. Where you at, man? Where we at?
Oh, yeah. Born and raised in Houston, Texas. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Born at St. Joseph's Hospital downtown Houston. And born and raised until I die, probably H-Town forever. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so let's be more specific, man. What part of that H was did we come up in?
I'm from the northeast side. That's Homestead, Tidwell. The name of my actual neighborhood was Scenic Woods, and it's got a Popeyes fried chicken right in front of it. So I get my Popeyes on and go back to the hood. You feel me? Straight up.
For sure, man. For sure.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we know about that Texas lifestyle, man.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to give the listeners and some of the siblings who are new to this year a
Yes,
little
sir.
bit more of a ski taste, man. So try and paint me a picture, man. What was it like growing up on the north side of that H?
You know, it's not all roses and Kool Aid, but it was fair. You know what I'm saying? Basically, in Houston, you you get what you give out. You know what I'm saying? So whatever energies you giving out is what you get back in Houston. I can't even lie about that. You got to be smart from where I'm from. You got to know how to move. You got to know, you got to have good people around you. It's survivable. You know what I'm saying? But it was good growing up in Houston. Um, I'm one of the fortunate people that had both parents um, that would put a foot in my ass when I wasn't doing right. Um,
Excellent.
that kept me from certain parts of the streets that I knew I shouldn't get into. But in Houston, if you're like Biggie say, you either slang got a wicked jump shot or you slang crack rock. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
I was fortunate to where I had music and played football. Um, and but ever since I was like in elementary school, I was beating on tables and doing the old school raps and um, just music has been a big part of my life. So just growing up is pretty cool.
Mm,
I knew how to move. Right? I had
yeah.
OGs that show me things about how to move in the streets, and so I kept my head up. You got to be smart, man. It's just
Yes.
some people are just um, from where I'm from, grow up and they want to move too fast or they want to do too much and they
Hmm.
get caught up. But if you keep your head up and you know how to move, you'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? That's how I
Well,
used to be.
as you're alluding to, you've got, number one, you've got an excellent foundation for having a two-parent household. Number one, that
Yeah, no doubt.
is, as you already know, sibling mine. That most people we know don't have that. You know what I mean?
True, true.
So that in itself is, a positive, and clearly from what you're saying, and you still being here and a testament to this year, they instilled in you some things which enabled you to navigate through life to get you to the point where we're here now.
Straight up, because the thing is, I would never down with my situation. I'm blessed, man. Like, you know, a lot of people aren't fortunate to come from situations I come from. And I would never be one of those people to downplay my blessings, street hype or street fame. People, I mean, you know me. People know me. I don't have to front. I don't have to bullshit people. Like, I am who I am, and I don't. If you deny what you've been blessed with or what you've been given, then you probably won't get it no more. You feel me? So uh, I'm a big testament to you can live. You can live without having to downplay who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, straight up.
Embrace self, build self,
Yes,
you
sir.
know,
Straight up.
and don't. It's not all about a facade and trying to
No,
live up to a stereotype or to a
never.
persona which
So,
you've potentially created yourself, or you're just trying to vicariously live your
yeah.
life through you know
Like,
uh,
man, I'm the Ryno. Like, there's no fronting about being 6'5", 365 pounds. Like, there's no fronting on that. That is what I am. That is who I am. You know what I'm saying? Straight out north side of Houston, Texas. So I don't have to front about that at all.
this is it, man. You've embraced it. You
Yes,
embraced
sir.
it. So musically wise, getting back to the music
Hmm.
elements, as you say, you from an early age, elementary, you're banging on the tables, you're doing your thing.
Yeah.
Is the
Luckily,
household, was your household very musically inclined as well?
well, the way it was in my house, I got a guitar when I was like 10. Because I remember my brother, he was into Prince, right? And that movie Purple Rain came out,
Yeah.
and he wanted a guitar like Prince's. But my old man went to get him a guitar, but he came back with like a country ass acoustic guitar. And my brother's like, man, like, you know, he gave it to me. And my mom, she went and got him the cool guitar. So I started playing my acoustic guitar. I'm not good at it, bro, but music is what I was surrounded by. My folks, they like old school music, OJ's and Luther and just, you know,
Mm.
stuff like that.
Anita
Betty
Baker and
Wright.
that.
Yeah, man. Anita, Betty Wright. Stuff you sit back and drink a little cognac to.
Hmm.
And I'm lucky to where my brothers, I got three older brothers. So my oldest brother was on rock and roll, and when hip hop started, he introduced us to hip hop. Then my brother behind him introduced me to newer hip hop, and so on and so forth, to where I had influences hip hop wise growing up, like all around me, and it just added to who I was. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm. So you alluded to brothers then. So where are we in the pecking order? Are we the oldest? Are we the, oh, sorry.
I'm the youngest. Yeah, man.
Okay, so you got the same here, man. I'm the youngest of the siblings still, so
Yeah, yeah.
I feel your pain, man.
That's all good. That's all good.
So do your brothers have they gone into music as a profession as well?
No, no, no. I'm the only professional musician in my family.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
N- n- Now you said something about you doing football, right? That's American football for
Mhm.
the Europeans, right?
Oh yeah, my bad. Not
Soccer.
European football, not soccer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, we gotta keep the language
Oh yeah,
crystal
my bad. I
clear,
forgot.
man. Nah, don't worry, sibling, don't worry at all.
That's right.
Um, so what position are we playing?
I was an offensive tackle and a defensive tackle.
Shit.
I played both
Okay,
ways. Uh-huh.
that's a lot of work, man.
That wind ain't too loud. Is it that Texas whirlwind?
Oh, now that's gravy, It's gravy. I'm
Okay,
I'm surprised still.
making sure.
Definitely, man. So how was it, and how do we progress in that?
So music is always there.
Hmm.
And what happened was by the time I got to college, well, my brother, my second oldest brother, when I was in high school, he was in college, and he introduced me to DJ Moore or DJ.
Ah.
So when I was like 15, like boy, we hit it off. All of my brother's friends, they love me because you know I'm just goofy man, wilding out. So what happened was they would get me to come to the college parties when I was like 15, and I'd hang with them and go to college parties. So I was like, this is where I want to be.
Mm.
So when I got to college, I went to Sam Houston State, where Bull was, and he introduced me to DJing. I would DJ. We had a homeboy named Drew that produced music, and Drew knew I would rap a little bit. And he was like, "Ryno, come to my apartment, man. Let's do some music." And I never rapped on like beats professionally or
Yeah.
put my sound to. Had a little karaoke that I made a mixtape on once. My brother has that tape. I don't know where it's at. Anyway, so I got to college. Drew put me on. R.I.P. Drew. He was a good cat. He would always say, "Rob, man, you can rap, man. You got to do this, do this, do this." So eventually, Bull had the idea, let's do some screwed up, tapes just to do them, give them out. Um, and I was like, all right. So I started rapping on them. We had a group called the Freestyle Kingz, and the rest is
Yes.
history. The rest is just history. We just,
All right, all right.
kept it
Don't go
moving.
too fast, sibling. Don't
No,
go
no, no. I
too.
ain't going too fast. No, no, no. I got you.
Okay,
That's
okay.
just the what do you call that?
The
The
introduction.
outline. The outline.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. Right. So, okay. So we do the first mixtape now, and DJ
Mhm.
Bull screws it. So when DJ Bull, does he screw it or does he chop and screw it?
But
Okay. Now, is he
mhm.
doing this using technology or is he doing it
Yeah.
the old?
Then Bull would. So since he wouldn't chop the freestyles, he would chop the music that he was mixing in. He would chop it um, like live. He would DJ live because he can actually DJ with vinyl.
Wow.
A lot of people can't do that nowadays, but Bull can actually chop and bring stuff back with vinyl. He's actually a real DJ. So he would do that, and while he's mixing, we're live. So he's like, "All right, get ready to freestyle." Then we freestyle, and he bring in some more music. It's just that's how we used to do it. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day.
Mm, okay. All right. So we do that first thing. So the first project that was put out, was it Freestyle Kingz?
What we did, so my cousin, when Bull was still DJing parties, my cousin, who was a party promoter at the time at school, he was like, "Hey, I want to make a CD to promote this party I'm doing." So he's like, "All right." He Bull mixed it up. We had some local rappers on it, slowed it down. He's like, "All right, I like doing this." So we were like, "All right, let's do it again." So the next time we did it, we had artists from school, we had artists from um, around the area. They all came in one night because we had a music store. Uh, Bull had a music store, it was DJ Will's Hip Hop Shop. So we would record live there. So we put out the feelers, some guys came through, and what happened was the name was kind of it just happened. So while everybody's freestyling, one of our partners, JB, who was in the group at the time, he was like, what, Freestyle Kingz in the building, something like that. Or on the freestyle, I can't remember exactly. So Bull just took that and was like, all right, we'll just call it Freestyle Kingz. That was the name of the first tape. And since it was on tape and it was so long, there were two tapes. So it was Freestyle Kingz Part 1 and Part 2. And we just kind of kept the name.
All right then.
I
So
know sometimes there's discussion like we got the name trying to hate, like, oh, we the best, oh, we the king. It was never like that. Never like that. It was just so happened that somebody said the name. We thought it was a cool name, to get that out there. Sometimes people would be like, oh, y'all think y'all the king. No, it was just a cool name. So that's how we started the Freestyle King name.
and what year we talking now? We're talking pre 2003.
98. 98.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Okay.
98. Mhm.
So, all right then. So that's in '98. Then this is going on tapes, then not CDs.
Yeah, it was on tapes, bro. And I think we started putting them on CDs that year too, but we started out with tapes because everybody still had tape players.
Yeah, man. For the millennials and this Generation Zs, we're talking in the olden days, man. When we had
Yeah,
wax, we had vinyl,
yeah,
we had
not on
tapes.
tapes.
CDs were just kind of coming in, and you couldn't get all the releases on CD. Generally, they're going to come on wax and they're going to come on tape, guaranteed.
Yes, sir. We had 4-track recorders. It's all old school, man.
The quality, man, the quality, and to still have them. I mean, I still got my collection, which is
Dude,
vast.
I love that grainy sound, though. You know what I'm saying? I love that.
Definitely.
I love the sound. I love the pops and the sound of the vinyl reading off the needle. I love that.
That's music, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. So break down to me the Freestyle Kingz. And so initially, who it was yourself and who were the other members?
So Freestyle Kingz, the core group is, I'll start with my youngsters. We had Lil Show, Big Red, and Big Ake, and they had a subgroup called the Wrecking Crew. You had Sir Coop, you had Charlie Boy Tight, and Charlie Boy Tight. They went and did their side group, and you had myself, Ryno. I think that's 7 people. Yeah, that's all of us.
Yeah. Okay. You know, for some strange, well, not even for some strange reason, but over here, we got the Freestyle Kingz. We generally got all of the projects, and then we just started getting Charlie Boy and Tight stuff. We didn't really get much of anybody else. So was it the fact that you at a point you stopped to make the solo kind of albums, or how did that all kind of manifest?
Because what happened was, we were like, all right, instead of just using the Freestyle King name all the time, let's break it down to where, you know, everybody could get their shine individually or do this and do that. And what happened was, like I said, the youngest cats in the group, they were like teenagers. Big Red, Big Ake, and Lil Show, they got a separate group called the Wrecking Crew, and they started. They did a couple of all freestyle CDs under the Wrecking Crew banner. Sir Coop got with a longtime friend of his named Bubba Love that was in another group, and they started doing their thing.
So
Charlie Boy Tight.
Ryno, so the Wrecking Yard, did you say?
No, Wrecking Crew.
Wrecking Crew.
There is a Wrecking Yard.
That's what I was just thinking.
Yeah. Wrecking Yard is OG Ron C.
OG Ron C, yeah. Okay. I was gonna say, so did y'all link? Okay, all right then. Yeah.
Yeah, we family too. But yeah, Wrecking Crew is those 3 young cats.
Right. Little show, the show off.
And me, I did my solo stuff. I do my mixtapes are called The Streets Ain't Safe No More. And I'd have people host with me, or you know, or do it by myself. And then eventually Charlie Boy and myself, we joined another group, but it wasn't a screwed up group. The other group we joined, we formed a group with DJ Rapid Rick.
Oh yes,
and
Rapid Rick series.
We started a group. Yeah, we started a group called the What It Do Family.
Yes.
So I'm blessed and fortunate to have been part of like 2 great groups. You know what I'm saying? Great movements with the Freestyle Kingz and the What It Do family.
Definite. Okay.
Yes,
93. When are we talking? So when did we start to branch off and do that What It Do with DJ Rapid Rick? Was that like 04, 05, them kind of times?
Something like that, because that's what happened, all right? So around 2002, I believe, is when we dropped our Freestyle King album, Off the Chain. So
classic,
after the album,
by the way.
Yes, sir. After the album, you know, we started doing the individual stuff. So at a certain point, Tight from Charlie Boy Tight moved on and went to Dallas and started doing work with artists in Dallas. So he left Dirty Third, started doing his thing. Me, Charlie, and Tight were always really close. So me and Charlie, we continue to go on the road, do shows. And we would just, you know, we have these relationships with different artists, DJs, and we ended up gravitating to Austin a lot. Austin is like a second home to us. So while we're in Austin, we connected with Rapid Rick. So me, Charlie, Rapid Rick, we just got really close to where we used to stay at hotels when we went to Austin, but we started staying at Rapid Rick's house.
Oh,
So Rapid Rick had started his What It Do series. So then Charlie and myself started getting on him. Then we had another artist in Austin named Bavu Blakes. He started getting on him. We were all getting on him. Magno from Swish House, he started connecting with us.
yeah.
He was on him. So eventually we're like, all right, this is kind of something. This is sounding real good. All of us together making like a little crew
Mm.
because we were like a family. So then at some point, Rapper was like, all right, I want to get a couple of Austin guys on here. So we added Black Mike and Gerald Jeezy. Next thing you know, we got a whole nother clique with these Austin cats. So you got people from Austin, you got myself and Magno, we're from Houston. Um, um, Bavu, he's an Austonian, but he's originally from the Garland, Dallas area. Just another little melting pot of people, of like MCs that come from doing their own thing to connect like a Texas Wu-Tang. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And it just is beautiful because there was no, with us, everybody was pretty much established with the What It Do family. We just came in and it's all for like the love of it, just for camaraderie, just for family. So it was just the What It Do family. That part is amazing too.
Mm. Didn't Camille do a Rapid Rick as well?
Yes, sir. He was on. I want to say he was on the first What It Do. I think What It Do. I think he was What It Do one, or he and Rick did a mixtape together, and
Mm.
he did a What It Do. We used to do Texas Relay mixtapes,
Yes.
Cap, just everything. You know what I'm saying? We
Yay.
celebrate all the different traditions of Texas. You know what I mean?
Definitely. So it's okay. So we're doing the 33rd thing. We're a north
Uh-huh.
side of H Town.
Yes, sir.
You know, Michael Watts is clearly doing his thizzle at this
Uh
time.
huh.
You know,
Hmm.
um, was there thoughts of going to Swisher House, or because correct me if I'm wrong, I don't. Was there any collaborations outside you and Magno?
Oh yeah, we collaborated with them. I remember Charlie and Type were on a couple of CDs. We had Mike Jones and Magno on our stuff. Of course, we started with having Slim on our stuff. Slim Thug.
Mm,
We actually put out a CD with Big Tiger from. Yeah, so we're doing stuff with Tiger, Mike Jones, Mag, Slim. Of course, Slim started off stuff doing with us from Swish House. We've always had a close relationship with Swish House because we've had a business relationship, we've had a family relationship with them. There's never been a problem. We've worked with them from the beginning.
excellent, excellent. And
Hmm.
I guess you've got a good relationship with Watts and G Dash.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Those are good cats.
Definitely, man.
So,
I always hear good stuff about them two brothers, mate. I always hear it.
like people that do good business, you're gonna hear good things about. Straight up.
That's the motto, man. That's the motto. Do
Yeah.
unto others as others would have do unto you. You heard?
Straight up. Straight up. Straight up.
Okay. Let me just jump back in the DeLorean for a little sum and go back. So
Okay.
growing up in two-parent household,
Mhm.
youngest, all brothers, or have you got any sisters?
I have a little sister. Yeah.
Okay. So growing up at that time, what are we doing spiritually or religiously as a family? Are we in the church? Are we into some kind
Oh
of
yeah, we was
spiritual?
in the church. This is one of those churches that my family had been through the whole lives. So we were born and raised in the church. You know what I'm saying? And
So
when
what's
when
big?
you acted up, your grandmother beat that ass. You know what I'm saying?
Traditional, original
Yeah,
people.
traditional.
That's how we're raised. Um,
Yes, sir.
what denomination was you raised as?
Oh, we were raised Baptist
Is that a pretty big thing down in
in the
Houston?
South. Yeah, in the South. Yeah, definitely. It's the
Oh.
kind where you got the black preacher in the front. He's sweating and he's oh, all that kind of stuff. Yes,
he's
sir.
he's saying that making a lot of noise but not really edifying the people with the full meat.
Hey, it gets them, man. It gets them.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. It's a good show, man. Most of this this stuff, it's, you know, you have charismatic leaders, you know,
Yep.
quote unquote leaders.
Yeah.
But as I say, it's about the meat, man. There's a book. He only left you basic instructions before leaving Earth.
Yeah. You gotta
Uh,
do what you're gonna. You gotta take what you will from it and expound and
yes.
learn to be your own person. That's why we have free will.
Hmm.
Um, and you gotta not fuck it up. Basically, how I feel.
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. There's,
That's
you know, that you know what though, sibling. As a youngster, I think we all do it, and we all make mistakes, and even as adults, we
of
all make
course.
mistakes. But it's about
Hmm.
learning, number one, from those
Exactly.
mistakes, um, and being a more calculated. So not being so quick to make decisions quickly, especially when it comes to finances,
Yep.
which are
I wake
also.
up every day. I wake up every day and I say, okay, don't fuck it up.
And sometimes it can be as simple as that, though, sibling, for real.
Hmm.
Keep it
Don't
simple,
fuck it
stupid, as they say. Kiss, you know.
up.
um, so tape decks. Let's get back to the tape decks. So growing up, youngster
Let me
wise,
wipe this phone off. Hold on.
okay.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
So what we bumping as a youngster?
Oh shit, all kinds of stuff, man.
So go through the stages
Oh,
and go through the stages
I
for
don't
what.
know I don't know the stages, but I know I was on been on Nas. Um, my brother had got me on NWA, Run DMC. Um, I jammed some Redhead Kingpin, Spice One,
Biggity Spice
Scarface,
One.
Scarface, Native Tongue Family. Man, I was on Black Sheep Tribe.
Yeah.
Um, Noriega, that's a little older, when I got a little older.
Yeah.
Um, what else? Prince and Jazzy Jeff, of course.
Hmm.
What else? What else?
Cool
What else?
G
It's a whole
rap.
bunch of some Cool G rap. That's a deep cut, East Coast, getting deep for my brothers. But for me, I was on Cool G. I remember I had that tape. Um,
But that 456. You remember that 456?
which one is that?
I think that came out in. I think that was one with Hill Street Blues on it. Came out in
Okay,
'93.
okay, yeah. Then in that case, yes. In that case, yes.
You know the one.
Man, all of it, bro. So just everything, man. Whatever I could consume, like you say, Gangsta Nip, definitely on that.
Mm.
Uh, like I said, Scarface, Ghetto Boys, um, Suave House, just everything Texas. I'm about that too.
So when did we start to fall in love? Well, yeah, when did we start to fall in love with the Texas music? Obviously, because you know.
From the beginning, because like I said, they Scarface and them came out when I was real young. The Ghetto
Mm,
Boys, and Scarface and Bushwick, and then you got the Suave House stuff that would come out. Um, and then, like you said, the Screw movement. We were on that in high school, and then Swisher House while we were doing our thing. So I
yes.
love Texas music, straight up.
So when you first heard your first screw, your first
Hmm.
slowed down joint, was you feeling it straight away, or was it something that grew on you?
Yeah, because the thing was, my friends had it, and my cousins. I got family from the South Side, um, and they would play tapes for me while we were riding around. I loved all of it, man. I loved it, straight up.
Mm,
Because Texas, the mixtape thing that we were on is different than the mixtape thing that other states, other cities were on. So I love the whole feel of it, the flow of it. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
You're 100% right. There's nothing any more unique and different to the sounds and the flow, and especially with on the mixtape side, take away actually getting a producer to sit down and create, unique and one-off beats and all that. I'm just talking about on the mixtape side. Let's just talk about that there.
Yeah,
Off the
because
top, man,
the
Baseline
thing
had it.
is, mixtape wise, yeah, of course. The thing about mixtapes is if a producer makes a beat for you, if you're fresh and you don't exactly know what your style is, your sound is, they might not get it. But if you're on the whole mixtape thing, you pick your beats. You go, oh, you know what, this kind of beat I sound dope on. Let me, fix my flow to this. This kind of beat fits me. Let me do this. So then you have something where you know your sound. You can develop your sound. So by the time you get to making real albums or getting producers to make your beats, you go, hey, this is what I sound like. This is what I want to sound like. This is how my flow is. You can give them examples and they can tailor it to you.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, man. You find
Yes.
yourself with the mixtapes help you find yourself. That's what happened with 50 Cent.
Mm, good
Yeah, man.
points. Very good point, man. Very
Mhm.
good points. And he became a very successful quote unquote mogul as a result.
Exactly.
It's so unfortunate, right? That there's so much. Uh, Texas as a whole, never mind just Houston, Texas as a whole is so rich with talent in
Yeah.
regards to singers and rappers, but
Oh
we
yeah.
don't seem to get that major success and crossover, which like there's more than enough artists to be able to do that every year. There should be an artist coming out every year from Texas, flooding the
Well,
scene.
that's the thing, though. This is the thing. It nowadays it depends on the artist because who's looking at TV for their, to find out who the artist is anymore? Nobody really. Who's listening to mainstream radio all the time as much? People listen to it, but if you know how to work your YouTube nowadays, if you can get a song out on TikTok, um, if you know how to work the internet, you can make yourself a major artist without being majorly exposed in the public media. The bigger media. You can
Yes.
still make yourself major.
Hmm.
Like like the Swish House used to have major without a major deal. You know what I'm saying?
You already know this here, my
Oh yeah.
Swisher House, Swisher Bliest.
Oh yeah.
Um, Listen, it was a golden era which has been luckily been encapsulated on CDs, sometimes on tape, and sometimes we had some DVDs to go with that there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Um, Going back to you and putting the actual working
Mhm.
audio wise, was that something? Was that all off the dome in the early days, or was you writing shit down, sibling?
Actually, it's a mix of both because this is the thing. You can freestyle off the dome, like I could do that, or sometimes you freestyle something. You go, you know what? Let me freestyle for a long time, and depending on how you want your sound to sound, you can freestyle it, or if you're making like something that's more of a song structure, you can freestyle. You can say, you know what? Let me take this part from here. I like that. Let me take this part. Let me take this part and make a song. If you're just doing a freestyle, you're just doing a freestyle. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. So, okay, give me some more detail on that then, sibling. So, in essence, would you have like a beat going? You would go in there maybe for like what, maybe 5 minutes and just go off the dome freestyle wise, peep
We
it
can do that.
back, and then listen to, as you say, little bits and 18
Mhm.
bars here or 3 bars here, and and connect it and and make a track. Is that what you're talking about?
You can do that. Yeah, you can do all of it. It's like nowadays, you can freestyle. If it depends. Like if you're doing a mixtape, and you go, you know what? This beat, I'm gonna just freestyle. Do it. If you go, all right, I'm making a song, a real song. I can freestyle some of my bars and then put them together, or you can write them down. It just depends on how you want to structure your song. Some people can freestyle the whole song. Some people have to structure it.
Just depends on the artist, I guess, right?
Yes, sir.
So,
And that, with that being said, we're gonna have to do the part two later, brother.
yeah, man, it's all good, sibling. Listen, give out your social medias, man, and I'll make sure I put links below.
All right. The easiest way to learn about me is I'm one of those artists that's worked so much that I'm Googleable. So all you got to do is Google DA space RYNO, the Rhino. I'm on Instagram slash the underscore Rhino, Snapchat the underscore Rhino, RYNO, the number one. Started a TikTok the other day, man. So I'm on there as DA underscore RYNO. I can't remember. Spotify, all of that. Just Google me, man. You
Yeah,
can
man.
find me. I'm easy to find. You know what I'm saying?
Internationally known, man. Internationally known. Honors for
I'm
taking the time
blessed.
out, sibling. Listen, honors for taking time out, man. And as I say, hit me up when you're ready, and we'll do this share for the part two, man.
We'll finish this. You know, I got that special thing I'm doing
Indeed.
coming up right now.
Yeah,
But after that's done, we'll be ready to go again in a few days.
definite, sibling.